Hi everybody, this is Scott Sharp with Fretboard Toolbox, and today we're going to look at 6 old-time licks in the key of G and A using some free tab from my website and then using my Essential Mandolin edition to be able to see which notes that we're using in these licks are from the key and which ones are outside. And once we start having a map of those notes and which ones are in the key and which are out, then we can start doing that in lots of other keys. So we'll look at the keys of G and A today, and then we'll do C and D soon, and then E and F. And see if it helps you see licks in a different way. Let's take a look and I'll show you how it works. To download the licks book, head to the Fretboard Toolbox website and then click on Mandolin, and then you'll scroll down and there's a section here, free mandolin tools, and you'll just click on 6 old-timey licks and 6 keys, and you can download it right there. And then I'm also going to be using my Essential Mandolin book, and for the key of G, those pages are free, so you can just click look inside and you'll get the instructions and then be able to see those licks in the key of G and see if that makes some sense to you. So let's look at the books, and then I'll show you what we're doing here on these licks. On the Mandolin Licks book, we've got 6 pages on that in the 6 different keys. You're going to see which essential pages to use if you're on the Essential Mandolin edition, or which pages from the Complete Mandolin edition you use. So this first, in the key of G, we're going to go to page 3 of the Essential book. And then when we do, you'll see that for the key of G major, the 3 notes that make up the key of G major, G, B, and D, are all have green circles around them. And then you'll see the other notes from the scale in white boxes like A, C, E, and F sharp. And then you'll see the 2 most important notes outside of the key, at least if you play old-timey music, and that's the flat 3 note and the flat 7 note. So we're going to want to know the 1 note, the 2, flat 3, 3, 4, 5, 6, flat 7, and 7. And then we'll make all the notes, or all the different licks, we'll use just those 9 notes. And then when I do use some notes that are outside of the key on the Old-Timey Mandolin Licks page, you'll be able to see those notes with colored circles. So the flat 3 note, which is this one, the B flats, will all have a blue circle around them on this book. And then the flat 7 notes, which would be an F in the key of G, will all have a red circle. So this first lick doesn't have any notes from outside the key. So when we want to use a toolbox to understand tab, what I'll do is I'll see the D string here on this lick, it's going to go open to open. And then on the 3 string, which is the D string, it's going to go open to open. So that means I'm playing D, E, D. So this first one is D, E, D, and then 4th fret open. So D, E, D, 4th fret is a B, and then open. So let's listen to that real quick. So we've got D, E, D, B, G. And saying the note names isn't important. What's important is just moving around within the key and finding where those notes are. If I played a G major scale, I'd play G, A, B, C, D, E, and let's just do the first 6 notes of there. G, A, B, C, D, E. So this first lick, okay, looks like this. G, A, B, C, D, E. So it starts D, E, D, B, G. And the cool thing is you can do that once you know which notes you're using in a lick, then you can do it all over. So if I wanted D, E, D, B, G, I could play the same lick in a different spot. And then let's look at lick number 2. So lick number 2 uses the flat 3 note, so it's using a note from outside the key. And lick 2 is open, 2, 3, 4. So on the toolbox it looks like this. Open, 2, 3. So the 3rd fret is that flat 3 note. And flat 3 is a really bluesy note. And sliding from a flat 3 to the 3 note, so that's just like this, from the flat 3 up to the 3, that happens all the time in music. especially old-timey music. And over a C, it would be from E flat to E. Over a D, it would be from F to F sharp. Like, that's just a really, really common thing. And once you know the sound of it, then you can hear it all the time and put it in when you want to put it in and you're playing. So let's look at that. This is kind of the classic bluegrassy G run. And it goes open, 2, 3, 4, open, 2, open. So on the mando slowly, it looks like this. That's the sound of that flat 3 to 3. And listen, if I just play that major scale again, if I just play G, A, B, C, D, E, F sharp, G, that's like this. Oops. But then you hear that flat 3. That flat 3 is the really bluesy note that gives so many cool licks their sound. It's really amazing, honestly, how many licks use that for their cool bluesy sound. So that lick number 2 again was. And then let's look at lick number 3. Lick number 3 is 2, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so 2, 2, this is all on the D string. 2, 2, 3, 4, 5. So now we're using what's called the flat 7 note. G's your 8 note or your octave, your 1 or your 8. F sharp's the 7, so F is the flat 7, and that's another really bluesy note. So we've got a red circle on there. So this one's 2, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then just kind of strumming some G chords. So let's look at that one. So this one, you're working your way up to the root note, E, F, F sharp, G. So we're just walking our way up to that root. But it has kind of a dramatic sound, like. Because you're just, you're going through the tension of playing that note that's out of the key, that flat 7, and then just working up to that root note. So that's lick 3. Let's look at lick 4. Lick 4, we got the flat 3 note again, so it's 3, 4, open, 4, open, 4. So let's just look at that. 3, 4, open, 4, open, 4. So let's play just that first part. So that's flat 3. Okay, and then we're going to go 3, 2, open. So it was 3, 4, flat 3 to the 3 note, bluesy sound. Open, 4, open. 3, there's the bluesy note. 2, open. So let's look at that. And so again, you can look for those all over the place. Where can I play? That was flat 3 to 3, so B flat B, D B. I can look for B flat B, D B here. We could play B flat B, D B. You can find them all over the place, and it's really helpful to do that because you'll find out as you start practicing them up in higher positions that you're really practicing them in different over different chords too, the shapes you'll use over different chords. So that's lick 4. Let's look at lick 5. Lick 5 is 2 open, 4 open, 5 5. So 2 open, 4 open, 5 5. Let's just do that. We'll start with that. So 2 open, 4 open, 5 5, and then 2 5, 5 2, open 5. There's no reason to keep repeating that because that's going to be too tricky. So we've got. Okay, so let's play that part again slow. I was playing it just up to this point. Okay, so again, the only bluesy part at the end was that flat 3 to 3, that that we keep seeing here, B flat to B. Let's look at that again. All right, then lick 6 is going to use the flat 7 and the flat 3 note. So this one is a cool lick that I was excited when I finally figured it out. But it's 3, 3, 1, open, 5, open. Okay, so let's start with that and look over here. 3, 3, 1, open, then 5, open. So the only thing outside the key so far was that flat 7. And then we're going to slide 1 to 2. So again, that's a flat 3 to 3. Remember, B flat is the flat 3 in the key of G, up to the 3 note. Huge thing to remember. Helps in so many songs. And then this is the exact same thing as this second part. So the second part is just the exact same thing as the first, an octave lower. So let's look at that one really slowly. So we go 3, 3, 1, open, 5, open, 1, 2. So that one is that one takes some practice to get down, but you get to hear the flat 7 sound and the flat 3 up to the 3 sound in that one, and I love how it goes down. Does the same thing over 2 octaves, and so that's the key of G. Now let's go on the interactive books. Any interactive books of mine, if you click on the page number, it'll take you back to the table of contents. So now we're going to look at the key of A, and we'll go through the key of A a lot faster than the key of G. But the key of A, we've got our 9 most important notes. You've got the A, B, C sharp, D, E, F sharp, G sharp. That's your A major scale. And then your 2 bluesy notes are going to be C, which is the flat 3, and then G, which is the flat 7. So we're going to be looking for those sounds and listening for those sounds as we play through these. So lick 1 now is going to go 2, 4, 2, 6, 2, and then this is part of an A major chord. The chords I play at the end here, you can play those however you want. Just play some form of an A. And with the toolbox, you can see an A is anywhere you can play just the green circles. So like 2, 4, 5 here is this 2, 4, 5. So I'll probably end up playing this shape, the whole shape here, but we'll see. So let's look at this first lick. Same as lick 1 in the key of G, but now we're just playing in the key of A. So I'm going to play just an A chord real quick just to get the key of G sound out of our heads. And let's look at lick 1, which will go 2, 4, 2, 4, 2, 6, 2. So in the key of A, that is E, F sharp, E, C sharp, A. So anywhere we can play E, F sharp, E, C sharp, A, we can still get that exact same lick. So you want to try to practice it in lots of different places, and then just realize that you're playing the same notes. You're playing the same scale degrees, I think they're called. Like this first one was E, F sharp, E, C sharp, A. So it's called a 5, 6, 5, 3, 1. And you're really just mainly playing notes out of the major chord, like A, C sharp, and E here, but you're just throwing in some notes that are outside the key for the melody. Okay, so let's look at lick 2 then, which is that bluegrassy lick. But in the key of A, we can play it open 2, slide from 3 to 4. So that's A, B, C, which is your flat 3, up to C sharp, and then open 2, open. And you could do a hammer-on pull-off or just hit the notes one at a time. And then we're hitting the 5th fret, which is the A, the root note again. So let's look at that one. Okay, and we'll do that slowly. So we can play that anywhere. We could go A, B, C, C sharp, E, F sharp, A. Let's see if we could do that. So that was A, B, C to C sharp, E, F sharp, E, A. And then you could jump into an A major chord here, like that shape, or any other one that you feel comfortable with where you're on that note. So let's look at lick 3 now. And let's see, there we go. So 4, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then I'm going to play that kind of bluegrassy A major shape. So this is 4, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we're working our way up to the root note again. So that one has that cool sound of kind of working your way up to the up to that root and going through the flat 7 note on your way there. Then we've got lick 4 is 3, 4, open 4, open 4. So 3, 4, open 4, open 4. Let's look at just that part. So 3, 4, open 4, open 4. So that one, we've got that flat 3 note, and then we're just kind of walking back down to the root, but going past the flat 3 again, which gives it that bluesy sound. And then lick 5, 4, 2, 6, 2, open, open. So that's 4, 2, 6, 2, and then we can go open, open, or you could play the A up here. So 4, 2, 6, 2, open, open. Let's start with just that. So 4, 2, 6, 2, open, open. And then it goes 4, open, open, 4, 2, open. And then we've got 5 to 6, which then you just see is that flat 3 up to 3 again. Just can't overstate how important that is. So let's look at that whole lick real nice and slow. Oops, let's try again, correct. I was closer, that was correcter, but not all the way. So 4, 2, 6, 2, open, open, 4, open, open, 4, 2, open, 5, 6. And then you can find out that, oh, there's so much of a better way for him to have played that. If he wanted to hit those notes, he could have done it in this spot over here, and that would have been so much easier. And that's the fun part, is you can take somebody else's tab, and when you know which notes you're hitting, or which scale degrees you're hitting, you can move it into different locations and just practice those different locations for yourself to get the dexterity to be able to play it in all kinds of different keys. All right, let's look at the last one real quick, and then we'll call it a day. So the last one is 5, 5, 3, 2, open. So 5, 5, 3, which is the flat 7 note, 2, open, 2, 3, 4. And then let's just play the rest of it. So I'll play it as slow as I can here first time. Let's try again here. And then you can just work on sections of that. Like for me, when I start messing up on a section, I just work on that section just a ton of times. Like if it was this spot where I kept messing up, I would just practice this just 15, 20, 30 times. And I need to obviously work on that last section too. So, but that's the whole big idea here, is just being able to see which notes are in the chords and which notes are in the scale, and then which common notes are you using from outside the scale. So knowing what your flat 3 note is and your flat 7 note. And that's kind of the whole idea of the fretboard toolboxes. And the essential editions show you all that information in these 5 real common major keys, and let you see the 4 chords and the 5 chords, and then the 3 minor chords for each of them. It shows you where all those notes are found. And then the complete edition is the kind of more advanced one that lets you see those kind of things in every key. So if I wanted to play something in the key of E flat, my flat 3 note would be a G flat up to G. My flat 7 would be a D flat. All my E flat major scale notes are in white here, and then my bluesy notes are in italics. So you kind of get some, it helps me to learn to decode the licks and be able to learn them in different keys, and I hope you find it does for you too. So thanks for stopping by, and please subscribe if you found something useful, and let me know in the comments what you liked and what you didn't, and I'll have lots more videos coming on lots more instruments.